Hello everyone and welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We are here in Azerbaijan at the Baku City Circuit for round number 4 of Tier 2 Season 4. Probably arguably one of the closest tiers we have in GSR as well. Joining me in the commentary box for the first time this season is RTG Royale. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. It's good to be back watching Tier 2. It's always enjoyable watching this tier. So I hope we have another good race today. Baku never disappoints, so I'm hoping. I think we'll get a good race today.
I reckon so too, because if tier 1 and tier 2 are tier 1 and 3 are anything to go by, this race has always produced some great results. So fingers crossed today will be the same today. It's looking like close polls so far. Just 13 thousandths of a second between our top two of GSR FH444 and that F1 boy. But will it stay like that? That's the question. Here comes Zoga then. It's going to be the 10th drive to complete a lap. Not very representative at the moment, but of course the track is ever rubbing in as usual. So, regarding the standings at the moment with Tier 2, B-Tube has a healthy lead when it comes to Tier 2 standards of about, I think it's about 14 points at the moment, him on top. The Constructors' standings, though, is a very different story. Williams and Alfa Romeo are separated by just a single point at the top of the Constructors. So, it's very, very close between them, and whoever scores the most points out, the teams will be leading the Constructors' Championship coming out of Azerbaijan. But of course, there's still a grueling 26 laps to go before that can happen. Of course, Baku, probably one of the most diverse circuits as well, with having a lot of straights, but also a lot of tight corners. A mixture between Monaco and Monza, if you want to think about it that way.
Yeah, we've got 12 drivers set up so far. Both Ferraris are behind. Obviously, Feta Cheese. It's obviously obvious that he's going to be behind because he's just switched a wheel. Striker is 1.2 seconds off the next car, which is Jensen Bartley. Obviously, it's quite close so far. We've got some small gaps. We've got 300ths between Zoga and Jensen, and about 14 thousandths between Luck and Tate Free. So quite close to far. And obviously, we've got 13 thousandths between GSR FH444 and that F1 boy. So quite a close quali so far, and we're not even near the end yet. So, KDX Breyer. Just goes on provisional pole there.
Isn't that there from the AlphaTauri? Dougal was up by quite a bit before he. Oh, now Leclerc goes quickest by quite a big margin there when it comes to Tier 2. Dougal's now 9 tenths up, so can he challenge at all? Of course, this last sector is mainly just straights, but if he can get it right, he could maybe go about, you could pip FH maybe. So coming to the line, it's almost, I described this straight as almost like the century long straight because it's so long. He goes 6th with that. Dougal, of course, emerging as a championship contender, and there's a lot of them in this tier, let's just say that. Anyone else on a lap? FH has just started his lap. He is already a couple of tenths up, coming out of the first sector. So decent job from the McLaren.
That F1 boy, he's 2 tenths up in the middle sector, and he's just about to cross the line. P4 at the moment, and he's gonna go P2.
Right.
38.5 for that
First
F1
lap
boy.
was good though, so it's going to be hard to beat it, but FH is looking like he could do it. Decent through turn 15 there. Of course, turn 16 arguably the most important corner. He's about a tenth up, so he will pip KDX for P3 at the moment. He's just got to get the final sector right, which he does beautifully through turn 18 and 19. I think that's... Nope, sorry, that's Dreamer giving him a little bit of a slipstream as he goes down the start finish straight. Where does this put him? He doesn't. He only improves by a little bit and stays P4. Who else on that? I think Crazy. He's just started a lap, I believe. Yes, he has, because he's bumped it up into hot lap mode. Tater's left. I'll just get him back in. There he is. There he is. Well, it's just a pleasure setting you guys time, because that was done ages ago. Jensen Bartley's not on a quick lap, but he did improve on that last one by a couple of tenths. Crazy Catherine, of course, probably one of the biggest rising stars in GSR, because he started tier 5 and he's now up to tier tier 3. Of course, he's doing. Oof. Oh, he goes into the wall though at 15. So unfortunate there from the Brit. He would have been 4 tenths up
hit
as
the
well.
Wall in the castle.
Very easy to do that. I don't think Crazy's going to improve now. He might do, but it's going to be a tough call for the Brit. In the Haas, he may actually improve, you know. Across the line he goes. He does actually. He goes to P2.
That's a really good lap. Considering he's only a reserve, that is a very good lap.
He had wing damage as well. That is pretty phenomenal there from Crazy. Showing he does have the pace to potentially be a tier 2 driver, but I suspect to be getting a little bit fed up with the amount of tier switches he's been doing at the moment. But here comes Zoga then. Once again, 2 Red Bulls not going that great at the moment, and he goes 12th with that. So Fesser's not on a particularly quick lap. There's a lot of drivers on out laps at the moment, probably going for their final runs. Leclerc leaving it a little bit late, as is that Abra, FH, Jensen. Well, Jensen's just come in, so no surprise. Yep. It's really just a calm before the storm now. You still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just watching KDX Briar. He's on another lap from P4 right now.
A little bit up in the first sector. Nothing too special, but he's always hit the wall out of turn 7, so I doubt that will help very much. Could still improve if he has a good castle section, which he does. Somehow he didn't get invalidated there, but we'll roll with it. Up to probably one of the hardest corners on the track, turn 15. Goes a bit slowly through there, but it's fine. Yeah, he's down though, so.
Oh, he invalidates it.
Yeah, you would have been down anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
B-Cheap now, our championship leader, is on a lap in the Williams. So Williams lead the way only just in the constructors' standings from Alfa Romeo. Of course, Alfa Romeo though have really good drivers though in the form of Kostag and Leclerc. Unfortunately, he's got a quali ban, as does Rossi. So we'll see what they're like going through the field. Of course, we've seen some brilliant carvings through the field just this weekend. Of course, Grosjean's brilliant victory from the back of the grid in Tier 4, and Axe from 17th in Tier 1. So we are no stranger to those types of drives. Up comes Bucci then to turn 15. Decent job there from the Williams. 3/10 down though, so not quite enough. Who's furthest through their lap? Dougal's down. I think it's Abra as far as I can tell. Yes, it is Abra. So purple in the first sector, so it's a decent first sector from the Renault. Of course, another one of our championship contenders. He's, of course, close to P-Cheap in the championship at the moment in Tier 2. Of course, he locks up a little bit though. Manages to get it stopped into the castle section. Oh, that was a big slide out of turn 12 though. With a very quick corners of turn 14 and 15. No, sorry, turn 13 and 14. This is turn 15. Oh, how he didn't get any damage there, I don't know. But and it shows he's down and he's not going to improve, so he decides to retire. Leclerc, on the other hand, is up by a couple of tenths actually. So if he gets a good lap, he could be getting to the 37s.
He's doing very well.
A very good job from the Alfa Romeo. Can he make up for his teammates' quali ban? Down this century-long straight now. Can Leclerc extend his time at the top? Easily, by 2/10. Leclerc goes on provisional pole. Can anyone match that? It's going to be very difficult to... I think the Crazy Catum... No, he's not. He's not up too much. Jensen Bartley sets a good lap. He goes into P3 now.
I don't think there's any going to be... I think Leclerc might have secured this pole. GSR FH444 is just down. There's 2 cars off in the castle. There's a Haas and a Williams. B-Cheap retires.
FH is half a second up. So this could not be over yet. Because if he gets a decent run through this final chicane, he could have a chance at beating Leclerc. Here he goes then. Can the Irishman beat what appears to be an impossible lap from Leclerc? No, he can't.
That's very close. Fair play to FH444, because that is a great lap.
Crazy Catum will not improve because he's lost his wing. But thoroughly impressive performance there from Crazy Catum. The tier 3 reserve gets third. Fair play to him. But it's Leclerc in the Alfa Romeo who takes pole position here in Baku, ahead of GSR FH444. Those almost in a class of their own in qualifying. Then in third is Crazy Catum. A very good qualifying from the McLarens, because fourth is Jensen Bartley 22. Then fifth is that F1 boy. Sixth is KDX Brea. 7th is GSR Callum. 8th is Draymond. 9th is Dougal. 10th is B-Chief. 11th is Milo. 12th is Alabama Outlaw. 13th is Zoga. 14th is Luck. 15th is Tate. 16th is Feta Cheese. 17th is Cameron. 18th is Striker. And 19th and 20th are Kostag and Rossi, who are the only ones to not set a time in that session. But Leclerc and FH just in a class of their own at the moment.
Yeah, very good. That was a really good job.
One thing that's important to note, though, is the fact our championship leader is starting down in 10th. So it was not a good qualifying from B-Cheap. But can he make it up when we go into this race? Nice sunny skies. I'll get Cameron back in. Okay. Race is about to start. So, predictions then. RTG, what are your thoughts?
So yeah, as you said, the championship leader BG out of position. It's going to take a lot for him to get back up towards the front. But it was a great Leclerc and FH 4 definitely showed that they have great pace in that qualifying session. So I think that either of them could do well, but obviously they'll just need to stay out of trouble through the first few corners. But then don't rule out any of the top 6 because, well, turn 1, always probably the first lap in general probably won't be very clean, but it's Baku, so we've seen the carnage in tier 1 and tier 3, so it could really be anyone, but my educated guess would probably be Leclerc or FH 4.
But don't forget about the 2 guys behind them. Crazy Catam, a very impressive performance in qualifying to get 3rd for the Haas. He of course is a tier 3 reserve, but could we see maybe a move to tier 2? Someone in the foreseeable future, but of course that's for the tier 2 coordinator to decide, not me. And then speaking of the tier 2 coordinator, he starts in 4th, does Jensen Bartley. Decent qualifying from the McLaren. It was actually really decent qualifying from the McLarens this time out, unlike in Bahrain where they only got 13th and 14th. So this track clearly suits the McLarens, but the one arguably who's going to make the most ground out of this has to be that F1 boy, because he's the one who's closest to BTB in the championship at the moment. So this is his championship lead to take at the moment. And of course then we have unfortunately the qualifying ban guy Kostag. It was unfortunate that he got that qualifying ban, but we'll have to see what he could do from the back of the grid. Axe in the exact same car delivered a phenomenal performance in tier 1 last night. So can we see the same again from Kostag? And yeah, so one Alfa Romeo starts at the front and one starts at the back. So I'm excited for this one. Lining up then. Start the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 5 of Tier 2 Season 4. Bahrain provided a cracker of not only a qualifying but also an end to the race. So can we see the same again here in Baku? Line up then, I will get the positions. Start tyres. 6 people starting on the hards, 2 on the mediums and the rest on the softs. So here we go then. Ready for the start of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Whenever the lights come on. Why the grid's already out of order, but alright. So Leclerc and FH are on the front row. Here we go then. Ready for the start of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Myler gets jump started, lights out, and away we go. It's a decent start from Leclerc. It's also a brilliant start from Crazy Catam. He's going to try and go around the outside. GSR FH 444. It's relatively clean in the back there. Jensen Bartley trying to defend. KDX is trying to go up the inside of them, but doesn't quite manage to get it done. That F1 boy loses out a little bit. Dramer's also got a decent start. I'll have to get up the positions. They started. Overall, though, is pretty stagnant off the start, but also a very, very clean one. Leclerc is already starting to get away from GSR FH 444. Tate then going up the inside of Milo. Unfortunately, Milo got to jump the start. Alabama Outlaw now is going to have a go. It's also a brilliant start from Kostag. Kostag is trying to go up the inside of Zoga, which he manages to do. I think a little bit of front wing damage there, but pretty clean off the start in general from these guys.
Yeah, oh, Alabama
As
just
usual.
hit the back of Milo there. Just on the approach to the castle section. I don't know if he has damage. It doesn't look like he has damage, but very clean through the start, especially for Baku standards. That was a great challenge in section 1, and there's been a crash. Feta Cheese.
Better.
Off at the castle section. He has no wing, so he's definitely had a massive crash. But yeah, as I was saying, very good start for Baku standards. Crazy Kasim got a brilliant launch off the line. Did very well to challenge FH into the first corner. Unlucky though that he couldn't get it, and FH and Feta's crashed again, and he retires.
Tate gets past Dougal then. I think Dougal's got damage because he's going very slowly. I don't know why it says lap 3 already. Oh, the
virtual safety car.
then. So for some reason, I don't know why, but Costa gets a 5-second run into the back of Zoga. But it's still Leclerc who's leading then, ahead of GSR FH 444, Crazy Katum, and then Jensen Bartley, I should say.
I think the VSC might possibly be for Feta.
Yeah, undoubtedly.
And I think according to the new penalty point rules, that's a I don't know what the punishment is for that.
It doesn't help though that he had front wing damage, so he might have just crashed on his own. It's also a decent start from KDX actually. He was quite ballsy going into turn 2, trying to dive it on Jensen, but unfortunately couldn't quite manage there. DRS is now enabled. For some reason it says Dougal is still in the lead, but we know that's not true. Leclerc is still our leader. Who else is on a... close? Oh, Dougal got disqualified for some reason. Don't know why. That's weird. Alright then. He might appeal that, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But unfortunately Kostag had to pit because he got damaged off the start. But virtual safety car is probably the best possible scenario for this. But KDX is already on the back of Jensen Bartley now. It's closing up between 3rd, 4th and 5th. As it is between the two Renaults. But Jensen Bartley looks as if he's got good straight line speed. DRS is now enabled. So that should make gaining positions much easier. But Leclerc has already made it good for himself. I did not realise Jensen has front wing damage. He has it on the left end plate of his McLaren, so that unfortunately will make it a bit easier for KDX to get past. Is anyone going to try it down into turn 3? I don't think they are. Two Renaults getting kind of close, but still stagnant there. Callum is getting close now to Beachy, but Beachy actually gets past, so that's now our championship leader up into P8. I have to see the live standings at the moment because I would publish them on screen. We got standings real quick. Renault's. Oh, KDX goes very wide out of turn 11, which means no, sorry. Wait, is that 12? Yeah, it is 12. So, that Abra might try it into 14 and 15. No, try it into 15. Sorry, what am I doing? Who's caused the yellow up here? I don't know.
I think it's just the random yellow flags.
It's
the same glitch that happens at Zandvoort. Oh no!
It's Dougal.
It's Dougal, yeah.
For some reason it hasn't disqualified him yet. Weird.
Yeah. That happens.
That F1 boy gets past KDX. Oh right, KDX is in anyway, so very early then from the AlphaTauri. So a little bit weird, but okay. Whatever he feels as though is gonna benefit his strategy. He's going on to the mediums, so he's clearly doing a 2-stop today. Probably wants that clear air, to be honest. Beachy making good progress up the field. He's now up into P6. Sector 1 has had there's been a bit of coming together. That's Dougal. He's finally gone off now. Have a look at the live standings. If it would let me, that'd be nice. Okay then, finally have it. So, Leclerc at the moment, I think he'd be leading the championship if I'm correct. What are their fastest laps at the moment? Crazy Cat actually has quickest lap. Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he's definitely showing his pace off today.
Absolutely, but yep.
Yeah, I think not many overtakes. Oh, look at Tate! Look at Tate on GSR Callum down the straight, DRS, and there's really no fighting that one. As Callum actually dives
comes
into
in
the pit
anyway.
lane.
Callum's probably going on the
Tate
pit
up
stop
into
as well.
P8. His next target is probably going to be Dramer,
no.
but Dramer's 1.6 off B Cheap. He's right. Oh, he goes a little bit like towards the inside out of turn 2, but B Cheap is close to the back of that F1 boy. Oh, Rossi is DNF'd. I don't know where.
Where did he do that? I
that?
think it was turn 19.
I mean, he only just flashed up as a DNF now, and he's not on the track map. I don't know what happened.
You might retire in the pits then.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I'd be surprised. Excuse me. I'd be surprised if BG goes for a move in the next few corners, considering he'll probably want to use DRS. Considering that F1 boy is his championship rival, we want to be very careful with him. He's the closest person.
Leclerc's made a mistake because that gap is now down under a second. So that has really benefited FH there, because he's now going to try and get onto the back of the Alfa Romeo. Meanwhile, Abrad's hit the outside wall of turn 15. That's an easy move then for B Cheap. Oh, Abrad's
he's got big damage. He's got big damage if he's had to lift off. He's definitely got damage.
Right side of his wing. Yeah, it's the entirety of the right side of his wing is gone. So he's probably going to come in onto a set of hards now. Nope, he goes on the mediums. Never mind. So he's going on the 2-star. Oh, Dramer's going to get held up though.
As well. Oh no.
Don't know why they've double stacked, but all right. So disastrous for the two Renaults at the moment. But the gap at the top is gradually coming down, as is the gap between as is the battle for third. Yeah. Dramer's he's just lost so much. Well, technically has Abra. There we go. It's a mouthful. But meanwhile, we'll get the gap back up to the front, because look, it might just be generally that Leclerc is struggling for pace now. He's clearly not managed his tyres that well, and he's got 60% less ERS than FH has. So Leclerc, he's got some kind of problem here. There must be something wrong, because either his tyres have completely gone, which is probably the most likely thing, or he's got, well, I mean, we don't really get engine damage in the F1 games, so I doubt it. But in theory, this should be an easy move now from the Irishman. Here comes FH then. Leclerc bails in anyway. So Leclerc clearly wants to get off those tyres. FH's our new race leader. Up into P1 goes the McLaren. Then Crazy Catum goes just behind him, and then Jensen Bartley. So Leclerc, of course, comes in for the hards. He's going to be taking them to the end. Beachy also comes in. He's also going to go on the hards. So clearly they want to get some clear air. I don't know if they're going to get it though.
Striker jumps Leclerc as well. I'm just looking at the times. So Dramer pit, obviously, because he got held up by Abra. Yeah, so everyone in the top 6 pitted. However, Alabama Outlaw and Striker are probably going to go a little bit more, considering they're on hards. So Alabama Outlaw might be in the lead of the race soon, but he'll have to pit soon. Cameron is also on. He's also on hards. Milo also on hards too. He's P11, and he had a drive through at the start, so he's still up in a good position. So fair play to him. And Kostag hit in the opening laps, so he's on hards as well. Callum also went on to hards when he pitted.
Oh! Cameron's in the wall, which allows Beachy past. Cameron hit the wall of the castle section, so
he's got big damage.
Allow them through. Yeah, it was a pretty hard hit. I've seen Jensen go through there a few times, and he's got very close to that wall, but.
And Cameron's lagging as well. Oh, the AlphaTauri, KDX Breyer hit the wall as well, and Milo's gonna fight him. And KDX Breyer goes wide, but Milo is still gonna try it. Oh, there's an AlphaTauri off. Tate is round on the straight, and he's used resets track.
That was a bit questionable. So FH has come in, Crazy Catam has come in. Beachy stays out.
Oh, he's got a puncture. Tate has a puncture on the right rear.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, FH squeezing Striker into the wall there. A little bit questionable, not gonna lie, for the Irishman, but gets through nonetheless. Striker's not gonna be happy with that. Right. Anyone else? Jensen is still out there, so he's taking these tyres quite away at the moment. Clearly he feels as though they're still good though. Textbook castle section there. Clearly comfortable at the moment. Who is that? That is Zoga. Zoga, I think, hit the wall. Yeah, she's got damage to his left end plate.
Who's that? Let's just join.
I don't know who this guy is.
He's probably a race engineer for someone, but I don't think that's allowed,
yeah, probably.
Is it?
Well, we'll just let it by, because, well, you know.
Yeah. Same thing happened in Tier 5. Someone joined, I don't know who it was, but... We moved.
This wasn't as bad as what happened in Tier 3, Tier 4 Australia.
Yeah.
So, I should know that. I was commentating that one, which was disastrous, but we'll move on. Jensen now finally pits. Where does he come out? He comes up behind Beachy, actually.
Abras just set a fastest lap on the mediums. I sort of got a live onboard and radio with FH. I'm watching his stream right now, just to get...
They still haven't changed Jensen's wing.
Oh. He probably changed it to no. He probably changed repair wing damage to no. I'm guessing.
Maybe. But, yeah,
they even repair the slightest damage.
They don't replace it if it's light green, but they do replace it if it's if you got an entire end plate missing. So
yeah,
a little bit odd there from Jensen, but I mean, if you're watching FH's stream, you might be able to get a bit more detail on that. But we'll move forward.
BG right on the back of Striker. Look at this.
Well, Striker's he's lost his right end plate anyway, so it'll be an easy job for B-Cheap now. Yep, Striker does go wide into turn 15. But Leclerc is now pulling away from FH again. Clearly he feels better on those hard tyres. Of course he's got them warm as well. So he will now be...
Oh, Dramer's crashed in the
that's
castle.
Dramer.
I think that's going to be a safety car.
I don't know.
Not a safety car yet, but that's right in the middle of the track.
The game doesn't take that into account though, does it? Because it, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it should be yellow.
Just yellow, yeah, the car's gone.
0 cents, but oh, Beachy's going on striker around the outside. Can he go round the outside out of turn 2? And it's a lovely move there from Beachy.
Nice job.
Squeezes him a little bit. Crazy Catham is also on striker now.
Could he get Beachy as well?
Crazy...
No, he can't. That's quite ambitious to do that.
Yeah. And also he's faced the championship leader, so
yeah.
And that means that
he's
Beachy
reserved up against the championship leader. He's got to think. He's got to really think now, whether he makes an overtake or not, whether it's worth it, considering he's only a reserve for today.
And also, he was one of the drivers that was most complaining about the driving standards in Tier 3, so he does not want to fuel the fire anymore. But Leclerc now is gaining on Alabama Outlaw. He's almost within a second of the Williams. Jensen now gets past Striker with relative ease.
Oh, FH didn't know that Leclerc had pitted.
Oh.
FH, he was sitting back. He thought that Leclerc was yet to pit, but yeah.
Ah. But Leclerc is taking full advantage of that now. Meanwhile, Abra is now on the back of Milo, and he's gonna have a go. Gonna have a go on him down the start-finish straight. Can he give it? Milo and Striker come in anyway. So, oh no, Milo doesn't. Beg your pardon. That Abra though, he gets him on the exit, and that's Abra through up into 7th place. Meanwhile, oh, Leclerc gets round the outside of Alabama Outlaw. Leclerc takes back the lead here in Baku. And Leclerc clearly showing why he is a deserved championship leader at the moment. Of course, he's not quite doing enough at the moment to get the championship lead because B-Tube is still in P3. So, FH, he's now going to have a go on Alabama. Who's going to pass this lap or not is yet to be seen. It's actually pretty much the closest battle we've got at the moment. So all the other battles are above 1 second. Oh, that was a massive lockup from FH into turn 15. That must have been a bit of a scare for him. But clearly still going at the moment. Of course, Baku naturally a wheel track, and because FH is a wheel player, he is coming to his own at the moment. So, Alabama Outlaw then, he will not have DRS. So, FH should get past him with relative ease. Easy move there from the Irishman, and he's back up into 2nd place. And trying to chase down Leclerc now. Of course, he does have newer tyres than Leclerc.
Guessing Alabama Outlaw's going to be pitting sometime in the foreseeable future, probably in the next few laps or so. I reckon he's... What strategy do you reckon he's going for?
Alabama. Well, he could be trying to take those hards to the soft period, maybe. That would personally be what I would do, but I don't know. I don't know if this strategy is going to work out for him because at the moment he's a pit stop behind the leaders now. So it's questionable what Alabama Outlaw's doing as he gets very close to the wall on the exit of turn 7. So still pretty stagnant at the moment. Just Leclerc now trying to pull away from FH. Check if he still his wing, but he still does. Jensen, of course, does not. All set to 1. What we got? That is KDX. He's gone wide at turn 3. Hop starting to spread out a little bit though, but Abrar is now gaining on Jensen. So I don't think it'll be long before he gets past him. But of course he's a pit stop behind the McLaren, so won't make much difference. But it's good that Abrar's still got his fighting spirit. As expected, not many penalties. Is that Zo? That's Cameron who's gone off at the castle section. So another victim of the castle section.
I don't think he has damage.
Yeah, Abrar missed that though. Gets past Jensen with ease. So he's now going to try and get on the back of Crazy. As Crazy is trying to stay within reach of Beachy. He's unfortunately losing time to the Williams though. Of course, if Beachy ever reaches Alabama Outlaw, they will be having team orders to make sure Beachy gets the priority in that. But of course, Abrar is gaining rapidly on those guys. Kostag is now trying to chase down Callum. That's the one.
All Jensen took the castle section. Really, he nearly came to a stop mid apex because he missed the braking a little bit. Just looking at Abrar, he's on mediums, so
yeah,
he is definitely gonna have to pit again. Don't know about the others though on hards.
Yeah. FH once again though showing his pace because he's bringing that gap down. He's brought that gap down 6/10 this lap, so FH clearly finding his groove now in those hard tyres, and that shows he's 3/10 up on his previous best. Yeah, I think Abrar's tyres are starting to wear off though, because he's now not gaining on Crazy Catherine or Beachy, which is fair enough, because his tyres, well, he is on the softer set, which means they wear quicker. Kostag is now getting on the back of Callum. Unfortunately, there's not that many battles going on at the moment, apart from the fact that FH is absolutely hounding Leclerc now. Leclerc clearly has the best pace at the start of the stint, but FH is clearly the more consistent one, because unless Leclerc has damage, which he does not. So yeah, both drivers taking the castle section perfectly there. So would do, because they are very high acclaimed drivers in this league, let alone this tier. Callum and Costa trying to have a go on Milo now, actually.
This is so close. Between the leading two. Leclerc seems to be struggling a bit.
FH is going to get through, I reckon, on this straight.
He's going to get the RC. Is he going to go into the lead? Depends.
He probably will.
Is Leclerc going to defend this one, though? It's overtake. DRS wide open, that rear wing. He moves to the inside. FH, though, he sets the fastest lap as well, whilst he goes past.
Nice and easy for the McLaren, and FH finally takes the legit lead in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But can Leclerc have a go at him back down the straight? But I think FH may have this covered, you know. Oh, Leclerc's.
Oh, there's a Red Bull. Cameron's gone into the runoff at the castle.
Yeah. First was a touch dangerous, but thankfully he's nowhere near anyone. So FH clearly, well, I mean, want to for the championship, but you know, it's been very, very consistent from the Irishman, and he's finally getting the chance to show his true pace in Tier 2 with a with a brilliant overtake on Leclerc, but Leclerc is not gonna give up the fight yet, because he is still there on the back of the Irishman. So this could be a bit of a ding-dong battle between these two drivers in the last 11 laps. FH locks up again. He seems to be locking up a lot on that front left, but still consistent now. Alabama Outlaw is now on the back of Callum. He's going to get a brilliant exit there, and he's going to get past Callum with relative ease up the inside. Alright, Callum has front wing damage anyway, so he has front wing damage on his left end plate. Oh, but Abraz actually caught up to... What's happened to Crazy Callum? He's just let him through. Don't know what's happened to Crazy. Crazy's coming in.
Oh,
he must have front wing damage.
he locks up both of his fronts going into the pits as well.
I didn't notice that Leclerc got past FH. Oh, FH is gonna be fuming with that. I mean,
Yeah, the virtual safety car's just come out because KDX Briar has crashed at the castle.
Oh, that's gonna be disappointing for Crazy Catham though, because it's gonna put him so far behind now. Kostag's also got front wing damage and a 5 second there, but Crazy Catham, he's now gonna be trying to get back up the order. But that's now pretty much the challenge over for B-Tube now, because Callum gets a drive through. But still the battle rages on at the front between the two of the fastest drivers in Tier 2, and clearly showing this. Both these drivers could easily be Tier 1 pace. They've shown us that. But these drivers showing what they can do. FH is having to go again, but Leclerc has more Rs this time. So Leclerc will try and defend it. But here comes FH then. I don't think he's going to use any overtake. No, he doesn't. He's just in the DRS. And will he get Leclerc back? Yes, he will. Back round the outside goes to McLaren, and he's back into the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix of Tier 2. Of course, Leclerc's going to have a go at him back though, because he's only 2 tenths behind. FH, he hasn't got a lot of Rs left. Is Leclerc going to try it? FH, very good defending though, and isn't faced by it at all. Abra then comes in for his final stop. Onto the medium tyres. Where will he come out in reference to Crazy Cat? I mean, he actually just comes out ahead of him. So Abrar's really worked that into his favour. And Callum now pits for his drive-through. So that now puts Milo up into 8th. Kostag now up into 9th. But again, it's going to be a huge blow for the championship for Kostag. Leclerc clearly saving a lot more hours though, about... Clearly. Alright. Clearly someone's paying attention to this race. I'm joking. Alright. Oh man. Leclerc might get him back though. Here comes the Alfa Romeo then. And I think Leclerc's going to get him back. Maybe. Down the straight. Straight he goes. Leclerc goes
close.
inside.
He's going to switch. Oh,
he hits him.
You shouldn't catch him, so he should stay P2.
No.
But that's going to really affect the chances of winning. I don't think you'll see a penalty for that. But that is a... I don't think FH will see a penalty for that, but that was very close for comfort, too close for comfort.
Depends how harsh the stewards want to be for that. But Crazy Cat, that's quick.
Crazy Cat is fast as that.
that now has put a big advantage onto FH now. 6-second lead now. Kostag with a mighty lap there, 41.8 to now get the fastest lap. But that now means FH is finally in clear air, and he's now gonna try and build up that lead. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's slowing down for Leclerc. He feels bad. He feels bad for him.
I don't see why he's slowing down though, because that collision wasn't his fault.
He did turn in a bit though. That was the thing.
And
But that now means Beachy's
corner,
gonna be right
think?
with him. Well, Leclerc was up the inside though, fully alongside. So anyway,
Yeah,
he's now brought.
entitled to leave
He's
space,
now.
but it's a
now
tight
brought
one.
the gap
I wouldn't.
down. But since FH did that, he's most definitely not going to get a penalty now. But that's now closed it right back up again between our top three now. Cameron has finally gone out of the race. I'm guessing it's at the castle. Nope, sorry, it's at turn 3. He's maybe decided to end his race there. But here comes Leclerc then. He's going to try it up the inside. But FH outbreaks him and keeps the lead, but of course B-Tube is going to want to get involved in this as well. It's actually a very good points haulage for Williams here. 3rd and 4th here. They are going to extend their lead over Alfa Romeo in the standings, I should say. Probably the biggest haulage. If FH can get this win, will be for McLaren, because 1st and 5th at the moment. But FH clearly felt bad. I gotta say, respect him for doing that. He didn't have to do that, but he did do it, and it was good of him for doing that. Because, well, I mean, he likes battling more than the next man. So, well, I mean, as much as the next man. So, Tate's now out. Where's that?
In the pit lane.
Turn 1, oh yeah.
He's just going to the pits and retired. He obviously had enough.
Yeah, clearly. But Leclerc now, he's going to have a go. Now on FH. Is FH going to use his overtake? Yes, he is, because Leclerc is going to be out of it. He's completely out of verse, but he's still got DRS going down into turn 1. Leclerc dives it again, but he thinks better of it this time. It's a great battle between these top two here. Very, very close in qualifying and very, very close to the race as well. But Leclerc is going to have DRS once again. Going down into turn 3. Is Leclerc going to take the inside? Is FH going to cover it? Look, Leclerc goes to the inside.
Oh, FH gets a brilliant exit compared to Leclerc.
And FH still holds it. This is fabulous stuff from these two guys. But of course, this is going to get B-Tube involved. FH on the slightly fresher rubber, but these two very evenly matched at the moment. And of course, B-Tube is going to be licking his lips right now, because he could potentially get a double turn. We know how long, and we know how long that straight is, so could be a good thing. This battle was very reminiscent of myself, Matt, and Polo yesterday. It was a good battle between them guys. I got to give them that. But of course, this time it's for tier 2. Oh, safety car.
Ooh.
Who's that for?
I don't know.
Who's that for?
Why do we have a safety car?
I don't know. That's not going to close everything back up though. Are any of these top runners going to go into the pits?
That's really weird that we've got a safety car when nothing's happened, but I'm not complaining. That means that we're going to have some good racing. That means these last few...
coming in.
Yep, FH comes in, Leclerc comes in. They're all going to come in for soft tyres, I think.
B-Tube.
Oh, the Williams. What about the
Alabama
Williams
Outlaw.
duo? What's going to happen to them?
Alabama Outlaw, he's lost his front wing. I think that was why. Okay, so FH, he now goes on to a set of mediums. Wait, he goes to mediums? Why's he done that?
Why has he gone on to mediums?
What have you done, bro?
Oh no.
He's gonna be so vulnerable to this now because he's just ruined his could have just ruined his race by that. But
oh no.
I don't know why he's done that, but all right. I don't know why he's done that. The other Jensen does the right thing. He goes onto a set of softs. God damn it, FH. What?
Oh,
why?
He's just said that the softs might die. He thinks that the softs are gonna die out.
Did he have a new set or does he have a used set?
He has a new set.
Yes, yeah, it could easily go that way then. It can easily go 6 laps.
He said that his reasoning behind it, he thinks that he can take them to the end because he thinks that those softs, of course, they're gonna have to warm them up, which will wear them. So there's gonna be a lot of wear coming off the tires when they wear them up. But that, I don't know really.
Well, I know that that going on the softer tires, even when they may not last, is a good thing because I've done that twice before, in Tier 1, once in USA and once in Mexico. So, because I know you need to be on the better rubber in order to take advantage of the safety car. But FH, he may just have blown his race now because of that. Because I don't agree with his reasoning because the softs can easily go. But anyway, hate to say it, but it could be his race to lose now. There's a track position though, which is important around Baku. Of course, I think there'll be only about 4 laps left once we get going. Again, either 3 or 4.
I don't know whether FH is doing the right thing here.
It's questionable, but if he thinks that's the right strategy call, then go for it. Right. Anyway, now that makes things very interesting because it bunches up the field. I'm surprised people like that F1 boy and Crazy Catum didn't pit, but oh well. They've gained ground from this, so can they stay there? That's the question. Of course, FH only one to pit onto mediums. Everyone else pitted onto the softs. So that indicates to me that this is a strategical error. Wouldn't be if he was the only one to go on the softs and everyone else went on the mediums. But yeah, because I think he's realised his mistake now. Because there's only 4 laps left. He's going to get swamped by these guys in the last 4 laps. The fact he's at the front means he'll have no DRS. That's even worse. So Leclerc now in the prime position to get potentially get the race win now. His first win. But actually I'll have to check that, because I know he came in this season. The schedule. Nope, sorry, he won in Australia. Never mind. So it's not his first win. It's his second win this season. Yeah, FH has definitely made the wrong decision now because there's only 3 laps left. Saying that though, it means he won't have any. He won't have the other guys having DRS. So, actually, yes, he will on the final lap, which is the most important one. So, I don't know. Who's gained the most positions? I believe it's Kostak with 11, but Beachy with a very impressive tally of 7 from 10th to 3rd. So very impressive there from our championship leader. Actually, another one who's gained a lot of positions is Striker with 9. So a lot of positions gained in this race. FH with 1 position gained, of course. Leclerc with 1 position lost. Beachy with 7. Abra with 1. Crazy Caston lost 2. Jensen Bartley lost 2. Alvaro Outlaw gained 5. Kostag gained 11. Striker gained 9. Milo gained 1. Callum and Foxy's lost 4. Zoga has gained 1. And Luck has also gained 1. There's been quite a few retirements though for a tier 2 race. But then again, it is Baku. So anyway, the final 3 laps are going to be a blast. Can FH hold the charging pack behind him? But with the major long straights, it's going to be a big ask. Oh, that was wide. Turn 15 for FH, but oh well. Is safety car in? Yes, it is. So, 3 to go then. 3 at the finish line. 24, 25, and 26. Who will win the Tier 2 Azerbaijan GP? Will FH get his first win of the season? Will Leclerc get his second win of the season? Or will Beachy get his 3rd win in a row? We're about to find out as FH controls the field now. He goes then for the final 3 laps here at Azerbaijan. FH really trying to warm up his tyres. Here we go then. It's 3 to go. Green flags. And Leclerc is going to be all over the back of him.
Now, I think because of the length of that safety car, FH might. Oh, Alabama's just been given a 5-second for ignoring yellow flag. Did he overtake someone before the line?
I don't know.
Anyway, FH locks up,
but
I think the medium tyre, when he said the mediums would work, I think now he is showing that his theory might be right here, because there won't be any DRS, so people are he's gonna have to be caught up by just natural straight line speed.
Will.
Will there be DRS?
There will be on the final lap.
Yeah, so only on the final lap, so only really on that final straight.
Which is the important one. That's the thing.
That's the important one. The final straight. Or this race, we're possibly seeing that this race might come down to the final straight.
It could do, you know. But FH doing well to defend for Leclerc at the moment. Both of them already used half their battery, so both of them really pushing right now. They're trying to get away. Meanwhile,
BGB is using all of his ERS too, so all of those top 3 using their ERS, trying, because they know that they are in it with a great chance of winning.
Yeah. So, 2 to go then. FH is still leading from Leclerc, but it's going to be the final lap where it's going to be crucial for FH to stay ahead. He's almost going to have to save up his battery for the final lap, because Leclerc is using his battery whilst FH is not. He's got about 10% more at the moment. So, Kostag then Oh, Kostak hits the wall off Jensen Bartley.
Was
That
being
is
overtaken.
not gonna
Oh!
help.
Oh!
What happened there?
Okay, they've just glitched
Okay,
inside
right.
each other. Okay. So
Nice physics. Right.
same thing happened in Tier
Right.
5. Same thing happened in Tier 5. Two cars just glitched inside each other.
Goes very wide at turn 7. He's just got to make sure he does not make any mistakes. He's going to be so on edge right now because he wants that lead.
He's pulling away.
He
seems to be pulling away.
Well, he is, but yeah, because Leclerc is trying to stay within that DRS range, but he's already down to 10% of his battery, whereas FH has 40%. So
this is really what racing is about, isn't it? This is gonna go right down to the final lap.
yeah.
I think. Oh! Kostak's just spun around Jensen. Oh,
he's in the wall. Jensen, his race is over. Oh, Kostak, what were you doing there, bro?
Leclerc has no ERS. Here we go, last lap. DRS enabled.
FH.
Oh, there's been a crash. Milo and Striker.
FH is out of DRS range, though.
Here we go for the final lap of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Look at this.
Oh, that was a big slide.
Leclerc will have no
FH.
DRS. Beefcheap will, though. Beefcheap is going to go for it. May go for it now. On Leclerc.
Oh, Kostak.
FH.
He's overtaken by Zoga.
Leclerc is back in DRS range. However, look at his ERS. Look at their ERS. They're both around 10% now. Leclerc slides out of turn 4. Sorry. There's another crash.
Leclerc's got wing damage. It's
There's
over
another
now.
crash between Alabama and Kostak. But anyway, look at this. I'm running out of breath. I need to take a break.
Leclerc's got wing damage now. It's pretty much over now. If he wants to try and get this race win, I think FH has got it in the bag here with a fantastic strategy.
However,
There.
DRS though. Remember DRS coming on to this last lap.
But
Leclerc doesn't. He's not using his ERS. He's not using his ERS wisely. They're both on about 10%.
All right then. So up to the final straight then. Who out of these two is going to win this race? Leclerc goes very, very wide. I think FH has got this in the bag though.
In it.
FH.
It's going to go right down to the line though. No ERS for either of them.
No ERS for Leclerc. FH is going to hold on.
He's just going to have to worry about
drive
ERS, but FH.
From the Irishman. FH wins in Baku. Finally, his first Tier 2 race victory. Ahead of Leclerc and Beefcheap. Abra gets 4th. Crazy Chatham gets a well-deserved 5th. GSR Callum makes a good comeback to 6th. Zoga will get 7th. Luck gets 8th. 9th will be Alabama Outlaw. 10th, unfortunately. No, sorry, 9th will be Kostak. 10th will then be Alabama. 11th, unfortunately, for Jensen Bartley. Unfortunately, got plowed into the wall. And then a long, long way behind is Striker. Oh, man.
FH is going absolutely mad in his stream right now.
Oh, I can imagine. You had to work so hard for that. But finally, around the streets of Baku.
That had the heart beating on the last lap. That was a brilliant finish to this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But a great win for FH. He to be fair, he had us screaming at him for his strategy, but he really made it work. He showed us that the mediums worked. And Leclerc just couldn't do it eventually. But
wow.
But you got to give it to Leclerc.
What a race.
He held up the fight right until the end.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
GG's for P2 to FH.
Costa
to Leclerc.
Driver of the day. But but that's actually no, that's not going to close the things up regarding the championship. But I believe in terms of the constructors, I think it's going to close things up a little bit. No, actually, because I think Alfa Romeo now take back the lead of the constructors championship. I'll try and get the other two in. Oh god! At last, I mean. Oh
You've got to
man.
watch back.
Right,
You've
right,
got to
man.
watch back the stream. We were just screaming on this last lap. Honestly.
Oh
We were
man.
pissing our pants at that, honestly.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We were
should have seen
screaming
my-
at you for going
I'll
on
say
those
my
mediums.
reaction
We were
to
screaming
me
at
winning.
you. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this firstly. I gotta thank Cameron for those last few laps. He was just talking me through what was going on with Leclerc. I mean, honestly, without him, I don't know if I would have won that today. I don't actually know if I would have won that race.
I mean, your strategy put us a bit on edge, but you know.
I did it.
Yeah.
I forgot to change to the softs, so then I was trying to find the positives, like about why they're on the softs. I was like, they got.
I don't know. They won't wear. I mean, come on, bro.
No, they did very dramatically, and then I just managed.
Man.
I still can't believe it's spun and May, but I gave him. I slowed down to let him catch back up.
Anyway, you got to do it after this race.
Face reveal time, yes.
Oh,
don't
God.
care.
Okay.
Leclerc,
Right,
mate.
do we have
the
to
driver
do,
you
do, we have
hold
to
on.
do this national
Defended it.
anthem? then?
Leclerc, mate.
Oh,
That was.
yes, we do
great
actually.
Race.
I
Sorry about.
I'll get it up.
the
I'll get it up
spin. I
quickly.
didn't mean to, but I did let you catch back up.
just slow down.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I did slow down to let you catch back up because I felt bad. I didn't want a penalty.
Right, let's get the Irish out. Let's get the Irish.
I've got it up
Ah,
right now.
yes.
I've
Wherever
just
it
loaded
is.
it up from the commentary
Make sure
chat.
it's instrumental. I'm gonna be really annoyed if you get it wrong.
It is. I've got the one from the commentary chat. Where's Beachy, by the way? Is he joining or is he not?
I don't think he's just. I think he's just not joining.
Alright.
I have invited him.
Alright, I'll get going then.
Oh man. All right then. So after a very dramatic race, we've got our top three in now. We'll start with our third place man, BG. Make sure to include your audio, guys.
Yeah, I've got it.
Right then. So it was actually a bit of recovery drive from you for there, because it wasn't the best qualifying for you. But how do you feel as though that race went from your perspective?
That was probably one of my favourite races to ever do because I started 10th, which was just crap if I'm honest. But I just kept bottling all my laps. But yeah, it went well. I got up to third relatively quickly. Well, it was fourth, but then Alabama Outlaw needed to pit again. And I was just trying to catch these guys. I don't know what happened, but I remember I was 8 seconds behind them. Then randomly I was 2, so I don't know what happened between them two. And then. Yeah, I mean, I was saying that the entire race thinking, I'm happy with third. There's no point trying to fight for something and then up losing time, because third's good for me, so.
Did you ever think off the back of that safety car that you could maybe challenge Leclerc and FH for maybe the win?
A little bit. I was hoping Leclerc would start attacking FH from the instant the safety car restart, because my plan was to just sit there and pick up any pieces. I didn't want to try something overly aggressive and lose third. So I thought the last lap, I thought I'd try and gun it and try and get second on the line, but I just didn't have the pace, to be honest.
Yeah, smart move there, because you've extended your championship lead up at the front, but another good drive from you, mate. RTG, you got any questions?
Yeah, so obviously the quali wasn't the best for you, but you're still in the lead. I'm pretty sure you're still in the lead of the championship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 19
Are you
points ahead of
confident?
One
Are you
Boy.
confident that you can hold the championship lead until the business end of the season?
Well, let me have a look at the calendar. I can tell you. No. Britain's next. I'm not expecting to be high up at Britain. I'm crap at Britain. Austria, Italy, all right, but I mean, I think Singapore, Bahrain, and Azerbaijan are some of my best tracks. So I think the lead will definitely go down soon.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
So
good drive. Great recovery drive.
Just
then we'll move on to our second place man, Leclerc. Yeah. So unfortunate that you couldn't pull it through to get your second race win of the season, but it was very clear to us that you had great pace. Your qualifying was also very good. How how was it battling with FH? Yeah. Your undercut. Did you feel as though that would give you enough of an advantage to maybe hold off FH? Yeah. Were you did you ever think that you could maybe get past FH because of his we'll call it questionable strategy choice? Yeah. Anyway, mate, it was it's another good consistent drive from you. RTG, got any questions?
Um, oh, no.
RTG?
You can't hear
Never
you.
mind then. Alright then. So, we'll then move on to our first time race winner of this season and of Tier 2.
Ah, yes.
GSR FH
Ah,
444.
Ah.
Oh man. You must be so relieved that you finally got a race win. Your race pace just seemed to be absolutely incredible out there.
Yeah, first of all, I was going to apologise to the clerk for the spin. I did let him catch back up because I didn't want a penalty after the
I
race.
saw that.
I felt I did the right thing, slowing down to let him catch back up because I did feel kind of bad. I don't want to win by spinning someone out and possibly getting a penalty. So yeah, that's why I let him catch up. But yeah, this is it's like the monkeys off my back now. It feels so good finally winning a tier 2 because I've had some horrible luck and some tracks which I just don't get on with, like China and Bahrain. Australia, no luck. Singapore, I bottled it myself. So yeah, it feels amazing to finally win a non-social race as well. First proper win since 31st of October, which was Monza and Tier 3. So yeah, it feels amazing to be honest.
Yeah. Did your strategy under safety car give you a slight little bit of a scare because that you saw that everyone else around you was on the softer tyre?
Yeah, I did because I realised I can't say the word on stream. But I was like, oh damn, I messed up, haven't I? Because I haven't gone to the softs. The only other softs I would have had was some U sets, and what I was trying to do was trying to figure the positives about them being on the soft tyres. So like, surely their tyres are going to wear out. Surely that it's not going to be as good as the mediums at the end of the race. And I was just hoping and praying that the clerk would just mess up. And thanks to Cameron for keeping my head cool and all that, telling me what's going on with the clerk. Because of course I think he lost his front wing and then yeah, he just went deep into turn 3 pretty much. So yeah, crashed out. But yeah, it feels good. But yeah, I did get a little bit of a scare, but I just had to keep my positive energy and just try and think of all the positives, and it did, and it works, I think. So I'm just so happy and relieved.
Yes. Yeah. Luckily for you, that happened with Leclerc. He doesn't doesn't seem to be the most consistent, but if anything, it was probably also your consistency out there as well, because it wasn't just your pace over a single lap, because your single lap pace was impressive, because you're the only one who could get close to Leclerc in qualifying.
Yeah.
But your consistency, you just kept being able to do it lap after lap after lap. I don't know if that's because you're on a wheel or not, but
I think it helped I did the tier 1 race. It did help that I got to know what the tyres were like. I don't know if the midday conditions helped or differed in any way. I don't really think it did. Didn't feel that much difference. Maybe a tiny little bit more grip. But I knew what to expect, and yeah, I think that really helped me today with the race win.
Yeah. So anyway, finally your first win of tier 2. RTG, if you're there, if you got any questions.
I'm here. Yeah, we were honestly questioning the strategy. Let's just say that. But obviously, when the safety car restart came around, and you just had more pace. You seemed to start pulling away from Leclerc. Did you think, like, when you started to like gain some time, did you think that you had the win, or did you think, or were you still thinking that Leclerc could have easily caught you?
I was worried about the last straight. That was my biggest worry. But then when I got to Royale, like, no ERS left, and only had DRS, it was 8 tenths back. I was just relieved, and I just waited until I burst out into freaking screaming and shouting. I actually won a race. So yeah, it was I was worried, but I think he got like wing damage or something as well. So I just knew then not to really push, because I almost binned at that lap. I think because it got a little bit close, but you know, I pulled through and I just about managed to keep my cool and win a race for once.
Yeah. So that's the end then of the of round 5, the Azerbaijan/France weekend here in GSR season 5. Join us again. Social race championships actually. We'll be having 2 social races this week. One on Tuesday. I believe it's the 08 McLaren versus the 08 Ferrari. Sorry, 07 Ferrari, I should say. And then the I can't remember for the life of me what the other one is, but we'll have to.
I'll get it up quickly. Intermission. Right. Just wait. We're just having some technical difficulties here. Mini 5-lapper championship with multiplayer cars. That's what it is.
Okay, right, that's fine. Unfortunately, I can't do that one. Sad face. Right. Anyway, so that's it then for the Azerbaijan/France race. Next week we'll be heading to Silverstone for the home of Formula 1. Of course, my own home race, RTG's home race. It's a lot of people's home race in this league, so it'll be an eagerly anticipated race to win. But until next guys, I've been GSR 8F1. My co-commentator has been RTG Royale, and goodbye.